Sharing the screen and PPT. Okay, great. So now you see that people are asking for basic communication skills. They ask people. They feel that people should be. They feel people should be multitasking. They should know basic communication skills. They should be able to talk in English or any language which the customer understands. So if you have a German client, you should know German language. If you have a British client, you should know this English language. Okay, so you must be knowing about it. So now we are not going to talk about communication skills. We are talking. We are going to talk about how can you make your interviewer feel that you are the apt candidate for that. Okay, so that is something we are going to discuss about, and we are also going to talk about the various aspects of interview. So this is something done now. Here you see that okay, before we go ahead, let me just tell you something that you must be knowing. There are very less jobs in the market because of corona. So let me tell you that there are I mean, there are plenty of jobs in the market, because what target people had for 1 year, now they need to cover this target in 3 months or 4 months. So that's why they are hiring people, and they are hiring more number of people, because they have a target to meet. And right now, but whosoever is ready for this job, they are hiring ready people or job ready people. They are not hiring people whom they have to give training. So that is something very important, that you work on your craft, you work on your skills and get selected. Don't worry about what is happening around, because there are so many things, there are so many companies which are hiring, because we are also getting training. So we are giving trainings day in day out, and we also get so many requirements. So don't worry about it. So that's why we are learning this interview skills. Now interview is going to be online, so you need to be more focused, and you need to be more polished, because at this point of time you might not be able to see your interviewer, because sometimes they use without any video, they take your interview, right? So that happens. Where is the video? Okay, so let us start with the why it is coming. Okay, now here you see that emotional intelligence. So here you see what they check in interview. They check your emotional intelligence, your aptitude, and your educational qualifications, your skill set, your work culture, whether you match with the work culture or not. So here emotional intelligence is might be new word for you. So emotional intelligence is nothing but how comfortable are you with your emotional quotient. For example, what you like, what you don't like, what things make you uncomfortable, what makes you comfortable. So you know about your basic thoughts. So that is your emotional intelligence. Aptitude is, some people say that, okay, sir, I lack attitude, that sir, I lack aptitude, that's why I'm not getting selected. So I would ask you to see the definition of aptitude on Google, and you'll come to know that what is aptitude. Aptitude is nothing but basic ability, general ability of doing things. That's it. Aptitude is something which you cannot increase, you cannot decrease. So mathematical ability is there. So that is your general aptitude, right? Or the general ability to solve certain problems, right? So that is aptitude. So don't worry about. You should worry about, but don't say that I have a bad aptitude, because aptitude is something, you have this general ability, right? And educational qualification, again, important. How to talk about it? We'll talk about this particular topic. And then they check whether you are receptive, adaptable, flexible, obedient, how you manage odd situations, stress, problem solving approach, and lateral thinking. So they also see that whether you are matching with this job or not. And am I audible? Because I can't see anyone. Okay. Why this is going?
You're
Okay.
audible. Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you see that they see that whether you are matching with the offered job profile or not. So let me just tell you how you mismatch or match. For example, if I am hiring an HR, then I need to see that that person is having the desired prerequisite qualities or not. So prerequisites for HR is what? That person should be people's person, that HR should be empathetic, patient, maybe innovative, creative, or maybe I would say that intuitive, or when it comes to marketing, they need to be creative, innovative. You need to be having the right kind of perception. You need to have that. You need to read between the lines. So these are the things which are prerequisite for certain positions. So not everyone is good for HR. Not everyone is good for marketing, and not everyone is good for sales. Okay, and salary expectations. So yes, so they also check this. So we'll talk about it. If you have any questions, you can just write in chat box. In the end, I'll take the questions. So now, which is the most important skill to give interview with an impact? Can anyone tell me? You can write in chat box. Sir, what you say? Always, what exactly are they looking at? Okay, I'll talk about it, Agam. Yeah. So, which is the most important skill? You have communication is the most, yes, most important skill. Anybody else? Only 30 seconds. Listening. Okay. We are good listeners. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, Ankur is saying listening. Good. Thank you, Ankur. Okay. So, the most important skill of this interview is storytelling. So, let me tell you why. And as I told you that this is my experience, which I'm telling you, that I have been talking to people, I have been training people on interview skills. Believe you me, if you are good at storytelling, then this future is yours. One day you will be leading an organization. One day you will be someone. If you have this art of storytelling, let me tell you why storytelling. Because our mind is hardwired to understand only in terms of story. We understand stories so well. Let me give you an example. When you enter into a cinema hall, when you enter into the multiplex or the picture hall, you don't swear that I'll remember each and every dialogue. I will remember even the attires of hero heroine, and I'll be remembering everything. I'll be remembering the mannerism. I'll be everything. I'll be remembering. When I go out of this screen or this picture hall, I will be having everything in my mind. Why? But when you come out of it, even you know that okay, Govinda has wore that red color T-shirt. I liked it, and what kind of shoes he had or she had. So these kind of things you remember. Everything, even single dialogue you don't forget. But what happens to you when you read your textbooks? You tend to forget everything. I mean, most of the times you don't come across something which is very important to your profile. Why this happens? Because that thing has been presented to you in terms of story. Let me give you an example. My father used to tell me, son, you just work on your craft and success will follow. I did not understand that. And when this Three Idiot came and this movie came and Amir Khan said this or Raju Hirani presented it in that way, I said, yes, you are right, you are right. You need to follow your passion and success will follow. So before that, when my father was telling me all these things, I did not understand that. So many movies are there. Before Rocket Singh also, your manager must have or your teacher must have told you, better be creative, be innovative. Then only you will get say a job in sales. But you did not listen to that person. But finally, when you saw Rocket Singh, you were so excited. You said, "Wow, what a performance by Ranveer Singh." I mean Ranveer Kapoor. Sorry. So the point which I want to make over here, the story is if you tell a story, if you present anything in terms of story, then people remember, because our mind is hardwired to understand stories. And that's why we used to get this Panchtantra Kathaएं in the beginning, and my father used to give me many books like read books and you will understand a lot of things. So these stories are important in your life, and you see that if you meet people, they talk they talk in terms of story, because when you talk in terms of story, people listen to you, and indirectly or directly you pass on so many things, right? So if you directly say something, and if you say some that thing in terms of story, it has a different impact, right? So now when I say stories are important, but what stories? You might be thinking, sir, we are the students, we cannot just make stories. I understand that. I'm not asking you to make stories, I'm just asking you to delve into your life. Just think about yourself, what you are good at, what you want from life, what you want to achieve, what kind of personality you have. See, you know about Deepika Padukone, you know about Amitabh Bachchan, you know about Ranveer Singh, Ranveer Kapoor, but who are you? What you like, what you don't like, what are your skills, what are your weakness, what are your strengths? Have you done your SWOT analysis? That is my question. So these stories will come from your SWOT analysis. Now, let me tell you, what's your story? What is that particular thing which you want to share with the world? I'm sure you must be technically very sound. I'm sure you must be great communicator. You must be a great problem solver. Some people are great leaders. But do you really think that within just 10 minutes I'll be able to know your personality? No. If you are not pointing out on the right kind of achievements, if you are not stressing on the right kind of achievements of yours, would you expect me to give you a job? No, because I need to take interviews of 500 people standing outside. What will I do? That is something very important for me, that I need to know you. So, what kind of stories I need to tell you? So, those stories are. So, when I say these stories, it means about your childhood story. For example, that your childhood story. When I say your childhood story, you must be thinking, sir, I had no, I had a very normal childhood. What are you talking about? I had a very normal upbringing. I did not have that Ambani kind of upbringing. What would I talk about? I totally agree with you. But now, since you are grown up and you have great education with you, you have qualification, you have your degrees with you. Now, when you look back, now at least you can connect the dots. Why were you talking to so many people? Why were you so good in your family? Why were you a great leader when it comes to any party, any outing is going to happen? And why were people counting on you? Why your father used to tell you that, beta, I'm going outside and you just look after my shop if he is a businessman? Why your mother is counting on you if she is giving you some money to keep, and she's giving some money to to give to somebody else? So why? So now you can connect dots. So your childhood story. So if you are a marketing person, you say that from childhood only I have been great in talking about myself. I've been so vocal about things in my school. I used to participate in this, that. I used to I used to be a part of that marketing, or maybe in school there's no marketing department, but in school there are certain functions which happens in school. We have prefect, we have school captain, class captain, we have some extracurriculum activities. So how great you were you a part of this? Were you a part of scout? Were you a part of some leadership role? So you can talk about it. If even if you were not if you were not a part of it, just close to it. Just try to think in that way and come up with your childhood story. At least you can make some things evident from your child story, like you were very inquisitive, you were very curious, you were very hardworking, you were very obedient, you were very quick learner. So you say, I have been a quick learner. So that depends upon your profile. So that is something you need to think about your child story. Second thing is that you need to have the story about your college life. So again, when it comes to college life, everybody has got exposure to some leadership or some project. You must be leader of your project. You must be leader of your annual function marketing team, or some coordinator, some leader, or so there must be some functions in your college. So you talk about the leadership quality. So number one, child's story. You talk about the inquisitiveness, the curiosity, this, and then college life. You talk about leadership. You talk about your people skill. If you are in HR, you talk about people skill. If you are into marketing, if you want to go into marketing, you talk about the marketing stuff you have done for your college. If you want to get into operational, you say that this is what I have done for my college, or this is what I have done for my company when I did my internship. So this is how you will uh, talk about your college life. Then why should I hire you? So that is again very important question, and you will agree with me. This question is not to make you uncomfortable. This question is to give in is asked just to give you an opportunity to talk about yourself, to market yourself. So you can talk a lot about in this question. So you need to be you need to be ready with your story. Then why should I hire you? I hire you. Then if it is an operational position, then you can talk about that. Sir, the kind of job description. When I read the job description, I was very happy because I saw that I felt that it was written for me, because I have been exposed to such scenario wherein I had been taking care of the operational part of this particular thing. And I've been learning, I've been mentored by big leaders, I've been coached by erudite professors. So I feel I'm apt for this position. So you need to have this proper story for yourself. So now you must be thinking, sir, what is my story? So I will not tell you a story. You need to think about it, and then try to tell the story to your friends, and then your friend will tell you that okay, or your mentor will tell you that whether it suits you or not. So, and the more close you are, the more closer you are with your true facts, the better you will be, a better narration it would be. So make sure that you are talking about the right kind of stories. I'm not saying that you cook up the wrong stories, because again it will not suit you. Okay, if you say that if I say that I used to be a very introvert person in my in my college, then you may not believe me. And if I say that okay, I was so introvert in my school days, you might believe me. But you say it's if you were so introvert in your college, then how come you have become so extrovert? So I've been totally extrovert throughout my life, not that much in college. I mean, not that much in school. So the point which I want to make over here, that make sure that your story is close to your heart. Okay, some hey, why you can add some salt in the flour, but not add flour to the salt. Okay, so some kind of things may go haywire, but make sure that you are connecting the dots. You are looking in your life carefully, and you are thinking that yes, you need to give them the right facts, and interestingly they are listening to you. Okay, so now let me just, how much time do I have? Okay, so now before you get into interview, this is something very very obvious. Then you reach there before 15-20 minutes, take a deep breath. I will not be talking about it, but I'll be talking about controllable and uncontrollable. So could you please tell me, just in 1 minute, you need to tell me what is controllable and uncontrollable for your interview. Your time starts now. You can just use the chat box. Controllables, right? Controllables first. Before interview, you need to tell me what excitement. Okay, controllable. Excitement is controllable. Okay, good. Come on, fast. Nervousness is controllable. Come on, Aditya. What are you talking? Okay, next. Preparation. Very nice, Garima. Controllable would be appearance, clarity, acceptance towards changes. Very nice. So Garima is saying that the preparation is in your hands. So controllable means, thank you so much, guys. Your time is up. Thank you so much. Okay. So what I'm saying that controllable is that you have control over it. For example, you have control over your attire. You have control over your confidence. You have control over your clarity of thoughts. You have control over your question. Tell me something about yourself. You have control over your mood. See, the other time also I said that if I have a bad mood, I am your interviewer and I have bad mood. So if I ask you, tell me something about yourself, and you say, sir, sir, my so the way the I spoke to you in a bad tone and your confidence shattered. I mean, that should not happen, my dear friend. If I have bad mood, that does not mean that you should also ruin your mood. Don't do that. I mean, you just have that confident stance that okay, sir. Well, my name is Saurav. I have done my engineering from this place, MTech from this place, and I'm very excited about this interview. And I want to tell you that I have been, fortunate enough that I have done my internship from ONGC Dehradun, and I did a project for them in marketing, and they were so happy with me that finally I got this opportunity to work with Indian Institute of Remote Sensing. So I worked on one software for them. So I need to be very energetic, very enthusiastic about myself. I don't care whether you have bad mood or right mood or wrong mood, or bad mood or uh, good mood. I am just, I just carry my own world with myself. So wherever I go, I create that world for myself. So you have to have that kind of thinking. So this is controllable. What is uncontrollable? My mood. I am your interviewer, and my mood is uncontrollable. You don't know whether I fought with my sister. I fought with my brother. I had a fight on the road. I dashed my car on someone. So this is uncontrollable. You don't know whether the AC is there or not in the room. So the point is that these are uncontrollable. You can't do anything about it. What you can do about, you can talk, you can have full focus on your, or you can have control over your preparation. So think about your preparation first. Okay, just be the best. Okay, consider today's corporate scenario. So greet the interviewer, so you can greet his. So you can't say, okay, good morning, sir, good afternoon, sir, this and that. So you can, if you don't know what to wish, sometimes people say good afternoon, then say good morning, then good evening, So it might happen. So hello is the safe this thing. And then check the name of the interviewer. If you don't know how to pronounce that name, make sure you are not pronouncing it. Don't be in that embarrassing situation where you mispronounce somebody's name. And if you are not comfortable with the surname, just say sir or ma'am. Okay. Or say surname. If you want to use surname, you can say Mr. Gupta. Hi, Mr. Gupta. So Mr. Gupta you can say, but don't say Mr. Saurabh. Okay, Mr. Saurabh is very rude. So Mr. Gupta is. So whenever you want to use surname with Mr. With Mr. you need to use surname. And if you want to use Saurabh, then say hi Saurabh. How are you doing? Okay. So in our college world, I understand. I have also taught in symbiosis that that sir or ma'am culture is there, but in corporate people don't the appreciate. Don't they don't like to be told like sir or ma'am. So something that is something you need to take care of. So I will not be. This is something I like this question a lot. I'm going a bit fast, so please bear with me because I need to cover a lot of things in very small time. So if you don't understand anything, please do write in the chat box. I will just try to cover everything, whatever you have written in chat box. I'll make sure that even if you'll take 10 more minutes, I'll answer all the questions. Don't worry. Okay. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, tell me something about yourself. This is the best question. And how many of you agree with me that in every interview, this is the question which is going to come? Yes, no?
Yes, sir. I
Yes,
agree, sir.
sir.
है ना? And so one question is out. And this question, the worth of this question is 90 marks. I'll tell you how. So this question is something which is already we know, right? We know this question and we don't know the answer of this question. That is the irony. That's the irony of life, that you know half of the question paper is out, still you flunk in the exam. Whom to blame? I must tell you that you know this is going to be asked, still you don't know the answer of it. So sometimes people think that this question has been asked to them to reject them. So do you feel this is to reject you or select you? Say yes, no. Just write yes, no. Select you. This question is for selecting you or rejecting you. Just write yes, no. Selecting you. Okay, this is for selecting you. Yes. I need some other answers also. Yes. How many of you say this is to reject you? Fast. Yes. This question is to reject you. Ayush is saying this question is to reject you. I would. Okay. Okay. Great. 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 Okay. The bad news is that it is not to select you. The good news is that it is not to select you, not to reject you. It is just to make you feel comfortable. See, if you meet me in a flight or in outside somewhere, you meet me and we are sitting together. What question would you ask me? You would ask me, "What is your name? Where do you belong to? What do you like? What do you dislike? What are your hobbies?" Don't you ask these many questions to me? You will definitely. And these all questions comprise of tell me something about yourself. So this tell me something about yourself is to make you comfortable. This is neither to reject you nor to select you. This is just to make you comfortable. That's it. If you are comfortable, then I will ask you questions. So when I ask you, tell me something about yourself. Now let me get into the technicalities. If I'm asking you, tell me something about yourself, I mean to give you this opportunity to start the game. Many of you must have played badminton. Many of you must have played football. So let's take this example of badminton. You know, whosoever serves first will get the opportunity to score the point. So this is an opportunity given to you to serve. So always remember that whenever you are starting a game, keep the ball with you. Because once you have the control over the ball, then make sure that you are winning over the point or you are winning a point. So when I'm telling you this, and if I take an example of football, then if you have to kick the ball first, then make sure you are kicking the ball to your teammate only, don't give it to them. So believe you me, you need not to give the ball to them, so that they serve. If they serve, you are gone, you are finished. This is a foolproof method which I am giving you. So in this question is not for selecting you or not to reject you, but this question can act as the opportunity to take the control of the interview. This is the deciding time. So what you need to do in this deciding time, then you need take this driving seat. You take the driving seat and take the charge. Be on the driving seat. Answer questions with the keywords. So when I say answer questions with the keyword, I mean to say that can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So take the charge. Can you read? Take the charge.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great. Because I can see some. Please move this window. So I'm thinking that it might be offline. Anyways, so take the charge. Be on the driving seat. So When this person asks you, tell me something about yourself, you start, my name is Saurav, I have done this. And after that, I got this opportunity to do my internship in this company. So I did my internship in Cape Gemini, and there I learned a lot about the HR strategies. I closely worked with the head HR, and I learned a lot about the company HR strategy. What would be the next question? What would be the next question? Next question would be, what do you think or what do you know about HR company policy? Then you can talk about it. So keyword was HR company policy. Then you say, yes, company policy is this. And my performance was so good in that I was given this charge of developing the L&D. I was given charge to work with the L&D head as well. So for a little stint of time, I was also involved in engaging the employees. What would be the next question?
How did you engage the employees?
Exactly. So, two questions you have made that person to ask. Then you say, I enjoyed a lot. I engaged around 500 to 600 people in my organization. We had made that strategy. We had done this. And once the training happened, I was instrumental in making the training calendar and doing the pre assessment. What would be the next question?
So
Yes.
can you say it again?
I was involved in engaging these many employees, and I was also instrumental in training calendar. And we made this training calendar after doing the pre-assessment.
So it can be, how did you make the training calendar?
Hmm. And
How did you schedule it for so many employees, and how did you engage with them?
exactly. So here, after answering three questions, don't you feel that if you answer three questions of mine, I'll feel that this person is apt for my for this position? Yes, no. So who is asking question? Me or you?
So the interviewee always, ask the questions to himself, or the interviewer just takes it what he is saying and he makes a question out of it.
Yes. So what happens? Up cut to the next scene. I am telling you that my name is Saurabh Gupta. I'm an engineer. I have done this, and I did my internship from Cape Gemini. And after that, I'm just sitting at home now. You have given this invitation to a devil, because that person, now the ball is in his or her court. Now this person can ask you anything. That person can ask me, okay, sort of, tell me, what do you mean by indoor marketing and outdoor marketing? Okay, tell me that Colt rule. Who is the father of marketing? And tell me those three marketing strategy from that book. I don't know, because I made you think, and once you make your interviewer think, believe you me, he is sharper than you. That's why he is in that chair. So make sure that you are not giving your interviewer a chance to think. And after that, once you end, so that's why this fourth point is very important. End your answer with a keyword which can act as a next probable question. So wherever you are ending, make sure you are ending with very smartly. You are ending, so when you are rehearsing in front of mirror or in front of camera, make sure you know where to stop. If you know where to stop, then this person will again start you. Don't just talk and talk and talk and talk. If you keep on talking, this person will ask you again different question. Then you will lose the track of your communication. So don't do that. Just stop. Strategically, you need to take a halt. And I need not to tell you what is strategy and how to take that halt, because you guys are postgraduates. So I need not to tell you all these things. You are already smart. Okay. So, but you need to prepare before. Don't just go unprepared and come back and say, oh, I could have done well. Because even if when the plan is ready, even the path is very challenging, but it feels great. Okay, but when plan is not ready, then even a greatest or the best path cannot help you, right? So let the plan be ready, and then you can just take the control on your interview. Now, so this is about your tell me something about yourself, and what else you can so after this tell me something about yourself, and you have if you have answered four or three questions from your technical thing. Technical means your particular field, so you must be knowing what are the different kind of marketing, how we do customer profiling, how we gauge their paying capacity, and how we come to know that this is what they can buy, their customer behavior. So these are the surveys we should do, what kind of different surveys you conduct, so you must be knowing about it. So these are technical things for me, and these technical things you can cover with this tell me something about yourself. Okay, you must be thinking that sometimes it may happen that you don't know something. For example, if I ask you that, okay, Garima, tell me about the HR best practices. Or maybe this is a very general question, but if I ask you that what is the Bloom's taxonomy, and you say Bloom's taxonomy, then you say, sir, I don't know. Straight away say, sir, I don't know about Bloom taxonomy, but I know Kirkpatrick evaluation matrix. So exactly the moment you come in that particular zone wherein you don't know anything, you just say what you know. Don't say I don't know and just keep quiet, because that person will ask you again something which you don't know. So the moment you come across that, okay, I don't know this thing, you say, sir, I don't know about Bloom's taxonomy, but I know about Kirkpatrick evaluation metrics. So you just give her or him a topic of the same stature, I would say, of the same level. So you should know something, because Bloom's taxonomy you may not be knowing, but Kirkpatrick evaluation you must be knowing. You must be knowing some, how people learn. So Bloom's taxonomy is all about that, right? So that is something you need to, just manage it, because you are management students. So you have to manage. So you must be thinking, sir, if you don't know how to manage, then you are not resourceful. Then how do you call yourself manager? Manager means you have to manage. So even if you have little knowledge, manage. Though it is, I'm not saying that you don't study and you just go there half with half knowledge. A little knowledge is very dangerous, but still, if you are in that bad situation, make sure you are coming out of it, and that shows your leadership qualities. And those things will come from your stories, which I told you in the beginning. At the end, I will ask you what all those three stories were. So please, okay, stay tuned. So we have 5 more minutes, and then I'll open the lines for questions. So again, some of the people are going, coming. Okay. So other questions, probable questions might be your strength, your weakness. So your strength, you will come to know about your strength from your childhood story, your college story. Why should I hire you? You can talk about your strengths. Then they might ask you, why are you interested in in this company? So for example, if you are going for IBM, then see to it that who is the CEO of it, what are the different products they have, where is their headquarter, how many cities, countries they are in. So these basic knowledge you should. What is their turnover? If you're from marketing, what marketing strategies they are following? If you're for HR, then how many employees they are having? What are the different hierarchies over there? So you need to know about that. Where do you see 5 years yourself 5 years down the line? So make sure you are not talking in terms of the designation. I have seen people that they say, I want to become CEO, I want to become manager, I want to become the leader. So don't talk in terms of designation or salary. Talk in terms of contribution and value. Okay, what contribution you can give 5 years down the lane, and 10 years, where do you see yourself? So don't say I want to be a CEO. So when you say I want to be a CEO, then what am I doing here? I am next to become CEO if I am taking your interview. So don't threaten me, okay, indirectly. And what can you offer that someone cannot? This is the again, why should I hire you, will help you. And strength and weakness also, as I told you, those three stories will do. And why these three stories were important, because my dear friends, these stories I want you to put it in your subconscious mind. So these stories should be ready before your interview. So maybe next month you have interviews, then make sure your stories are ready and you start living those stories. Because if there is an iota of doubt in your mind, then you will not be able to narrate that story, because our mind cannot agree to conflicting ideas. If you like it or you don't like it, the two conflicting ideas cannot be there in your mind. Either you know it or you don't know it. So make sure that you are convinced with your story. Okay. So then tell me about your accomplishments. Dear friends, you should know your accomplishments, means know your achievements. Know how to stress on your achievements. Somebody is asking something, make sure that you are talking about your accomplishment. Because see, you are meeting this person for only 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, your opportunity is over. So everything you have, even if you have a nice watch, show them your watch. I mean, I'm just joking, but you meet your friends, and if you got a watch from Dubai, then you make sure you are looking at the wrist every now and then. This person says, "Oh, new watch! Ha ha ha! My uncle has given me this watch." So you know how to boast it, right? So I need not to tell you all these things. So, but talk about it. Talk about it, because this is the opportunity which has been given to you. So take full opportunity, full advantage of that opportunity. Tell me about the time you made mistake. Yes, your mistakes, your failures, you should know about it. That makes you emotionally more stable. What is your dream job? This is the assignment to you. I will give you my email ID. You can write to me about your dream job. I will make the corrections if any. How did you hear about this position? You can talk about it. What would you look to accomplish in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? This is a very good question that might come. So you can talk about that in first 30 days. I want to understand the culture. I want to understand the products. I want to, just familiar with the company's policies and procedures. And in 60 days, I want to get trained on these technologies and the products we are selling or we are making. And within 90 days, in the next 90 days, I'll be billable to the company. I'll be contributing. I'll be adding value to my company. I'll be an asset to my organization. So this is what I feel. You might be having great answer. Stick to it. If you like my answer, you can you can jot it down if at all you want. Then describe your resume. This is something very important. Tell me something about yourself and describe your resume is a different thing. So, but don't, okay, people pronounce the resume as resume. So resume means you are resuming something. I mean, you have taken a hiatus or you are taking a break. You have taken a break and you are starting it again. So that is resume. So we call it resume. It is a French word, right? So don't say it is a resume. Okay. So resume is a wrong pronunciation. It is resume. So talk about your resume. So you talk about your resume qualification. This educational background. Whenever you are talking about your college, you say, I have been so lucky to be a part of this great organization with great people, with great resources, with erudite great faculties around, and we have mentors, we have world-class resources, state-of-art educational structure. We have never ever talk about that I am from ICFI. So you are just belittling yourself. So if you talk about the organization you have been trained from, you talk about your professor, talk about your resources, talk about this is one of the best university in India, and with the great professors, with the great facilities. Describe yourself. This is again an opportunity. So tell me something about yourself. Resume, educational background, and describe yourself. It's totally different. These are the different questions. For example, describe yourself means if you ask me, you say I'll say that no, I'm a person, I'm a fun-loving person. I talk a lot. I meet people. I love to travel. In 1 month, 15 days I'm out of Pune. I love to travel. I love to talk to people. I love to drive. Every year I make sure that I'm driving to a remote location and I'm exploring new destinations. I love paintings. I love training people. I love coaching people. So this is me. I love food. I like pizza. I like this. I like that. So this is about me. So describe yourself is totally different other than your education. Your education does not describe you. So I'm an engineer. So had I not been an engineer, that does not mean that I don't exist. I exist and I did engineering. So that's okay. I mean, big deal. So tell me how you handle difficult situations. So this is again, you must be knowing. So these answers will come from your three stories. That's why I said that your three stories should be there in your subconscious mind. Why should I hire you? This is something we have already spoken about. Yeah. So now I will open the lines for. So you can just answer. I mean, just ask questions if you have any. And before we you write questions, so in this session we have spoken about the importance of storytelling. We have spoken about three stories which you need to prepare before you go for an interview. Number one story, childhood. Number two, college story. Number three, why should I hire you? Then you need to answer the question with the help of these keywords. So make sure the ball is in your court. Never let the interviewer think about the question. So this is how you drive the this thing. And we have also discussed 15 probable questions. And now over to you. I want to just take some questions and then we will, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Please mark her present, ma'am. Yeah. Pooja, she is your friend. Okay. Yeah. So why are you writing to everyone? Yes, please do ask questions from chat window, or you may open your mic and ask. Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. If you have any question, please do ask.
Students, you can ask directly questions to him because writing in the chat box may not be able to express
Yeah.
as the way you want to ask the question. So better you can unmute and you can ask the question. So try to you can say encash the opportunity that you are going to have it now. Maybe a few questions you can ask. Agam,
Yes. Any question?
Hello, Sir Saloni this side.
Yeah, Saloni, tell me.
Yes, sir. So there's an obvious question which is asked at the end of the interview that do you have any questions from us? How do we respond to that?
Okay, very nice question. You can say that, okay, what is the culture of the organization? So some organizations have flat cultures. I'm flat culture. I'm saying hierarchy. So you might ask that what is the hierarchy of the organization? Like you will be elected, you will be selected as the executive manager, and then manager, then senior manager. This. So you can ask about the hierarchy, and you can ask about the culture. Okay. And also you can ask about that what additional skills you need for a person who takes this particular position. Okay. Or you might ask that if I get selected, that you do you want me to get some more skills to do justice with this position, like that. Only one or two questions you ask. Don't ask so many questions. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Okay. I hope you have enjoyed the session.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it was really valuable.
So yes, I did cover some of the things very fast because I need to cover so many things. So I can see somebody has written something. Yes, sir. Acha, okay. So no more questions. So there are two things. Like you have understood everything or you did not understand anything. Okay.
So in that case, we'll close the session in that case. Students, if you have any questions, you can ask for a minute. Here's what happened. We'll close the session with the vote of thanks.
Hello. Yeah. So can we have Ashwini here for the vote of thanks to this wonderful session of Saurabh sir?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to this event to all the dignitaries assembled here. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Saurabh Gupta, who honored this session with his inspirational thoughts and his experience. I would like to thank professors and the students for making this session a productive one. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Thank you.
And now see, formally the session is over. So that's why I have not interacted in between. But I have now one question.
Yes, sir.
So exactly, are you going to, I can say, give some suggestions because nowadays interviews are going to become online. So for that online, because there are so many things are visible at the back end, or you can say their eye specs, hairstyles, or you can say, is it going to have an impact on the, you can say, interview, or as an interviewer, will they are going to look which all things during the online interview? If you can share those to the students, I think that will be helpful.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, this question was there in the last session also. So make sure that you are, you have already uh, decided the place where you are going to sit, and make sure that you are wearing the right attire. The other time also I said that don't go with tie and shirt and then shorts, because you might want to befool that person, but it is quite evident from your body language that you are not properly dressed up. So make sure that you are wearing your proper blazer if you want to wear, and proper trousers, and proper if shoes is not okay, that's okay, but properly you are sitting in a well lit place and you are well groomed. So if you have this stubble look or this bearded look, make sure the beard is properly trimmed, and you are wearing your specs if you are, because sometimes what happens that people don't wear specs. I don't have specs though. So what happens that their eyes are like, their eyes are not that looking that impactful, because all the time they use specs, so they are not very comfortable with their own image, right? So make sure if you are having specs, that particular the reflection is not coming on your specs, right? And proper makeup is there. So make sure that if girls are there, then make sure you are not doing any gaudy or very pretentious makeup. And if you are wearing some necklace, so don't try to use those gaudy designs, because that might hamper or distract the interviewer. And sit straight and be confident, and have things around you, but it should not distract you. So if you want to talk about certain things, then have those things handy. You need not to go everywhere. You can't go and come back, like we have file with us when we go for interview.
Sir, I have a question, one more question, supplementing this, that, sir, is it really necessary at this point of time to be clean shaven?
Okay. I see you are asking this question to me. Okay. So I think I may not be the right person, but jokes apart, let me tell you that I mean, nowadays the corporate culture is different. Okay, so now they see your skills. They don't see your appearance. But I would say if you are normally, I mean, if you are very average looking person, I mean, I'm not saying everybody is beautiful and handsome, but the point is that you know what looks best on you, right? So better if you look good in that stubborn look, then go for it. If you don't look good, don't experiment. You just be clean shaved or better trimmed, and then things will fall in place. Okay, that is totally on you.
As a rule of IBS, we request you to kindly be clean shaven for all the interviews. That's what the placement has already told your students.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, I agree with you.
Especially for sort of, especially for the sales profiles,
Yeah.
we insist them, especially BFSI and all. The culture has not changed because probably the customers probably like people to be there in the there are certain body languages and body dressings we insist in sales. So maybe the student is asking on that doubt. Probably, maybe not for other profiles, but most of our profiles are into sales.
Yeah,
That is the
yes, sir.
reason Maushmi Madam is saying this.
Correct.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
No, then they will quote sometimes. Saurabh sir had told us this.
No.
So I thought I should clarify.
She's
That's the only
right.
idea.
She's
That's
correct.
the only
She's
idea.
correct.
Nothing to cut you, sir.
No,
Please
no,
don't worry.
I agree with you, and let me just add something to it. See, guys, now you are starting your life, or you are starting your job. See, once you become Ranveer Singh or Ranveer Kapoor, do whatever you want. Even you wear half shorts, that will do. But why, as a teacher, as a professor, as a mentor, they are saying this? Because they don't want to take even a single % chance that you are rejected. Okay,
Correct, sir.
so don't make such things. Okay, once you have
Exactly.
offer letter, if you have that much love with your beard, believe you me, just leave it for 45 days, it will come back. Okay, it is not that much tough to regrow your beard. Okay, so be clean shaved and get your job and do whatever you want. Even you want to have long hair or some ponytail, nobody will question you.
Perfect.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
You're right. You're right, Saurabhji. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that blunt input. When it comes from an external facilitator, it sticks. Yeah. So thank
That's
you
nice.
for that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I think Mr. Saurabh can leave now.
Yeah, so we need to conduct the attendance.
Yeah.
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 Thank you for your time,
Okay.
Saurabh,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much,
sir.
honorable professors, for giving your
Of course.
precious time to me. Thank you so much, friends, for listening to me intently. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, it was nice,
Thank you.
wonderful
Thank
session,
you.
Saurabh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
catch
you,
up
sir.
later.
Yeah. Sure, sir. Sure.